Hey everybody, No Gas Nico here. I got my parallel connection wires in, so it goes from the male to 5 female, and then 1 female to 5 male. So actually have to get these in pairs. That way this will end up running as one wire into the house, and I'm going to connect each one of these panels to this connector. I'm going to have jumper wires in between because I'm going to mount this here, and I'm going to put a MC4 connector on that box down there. I'm going to do that first, and then we're going to continue on and start stringing this up. I do have a Bluetooth device hooked to my Renogy charge controller, so as I plug them in, I'm going to check and see if the wattages, if I get wattages. I got a little bit of sunlight right now. It just rained, so now that I have some sun, I can actually see if these panels are going to produce any wattage. They are off auction, so not necessarily sure if they work. They do show open voltage correctly, but you never know until you hook them up. So, and I'm going to hook them up one at a time. I'm also going to add my inline fuses as I talked about in a previous video. So, all right, move the camera. We're going to get started. All right, I already fished the wire from the house into this box, so we're going to go ahead and remove this cover, and now I need to drill some holes to mount my MC4 connectors. I'll put a link to this product in the description, as well as all the products that I use today. So I drill the hole, and then here are the connectors and how they're going to mount. So there is the female, there's the male. So I'm going to go ahead and wire these in. Make sure you don't forget to put the little screw retaining ring on the wire before you connect your MC4 connector. Otherwise you're going to mess it up and have to get a new one. I did that on the when I did negative, so I had to redo it. And I bought 2 pairs of these, so luckily I had a spare, so I was able to finish the job. And I would recommend, if you're going to do this, to get a spare. But yeah, once you get it all, you secure it, tighten the nut, and it's a really nice finish. And I'm going to post some pictures of what it looks like. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount these to where, kind of like this. That way, then I'll run jumper cables to each one of these, however long I need. It's going to take me a little minute, but of course, and then I'll tidy up all these wires. All right, so that's good. We're just going to start running over and connecting these one at a time. So I need to go get some wire and some ends. I'm going to need 5, 10 pair. All right, hopefully I got enough. Okay, here we go with the dogs again, but don't mind them. Now, since this is not going in a combiner box, this is going straight into the house, I'm going to need to put these fuses in line with the positive, which all the ones with the female ends is my positive. So I'm just going to take this and connect it to all my female. So there. Now I have all 5 with an inline fuse. These 3 are going into this combiner box, which have fuses per solar panel, so I don't need that. But these are not going in a combiner box, so I have to fuse them just to protect them. All right, so now I need to make jumper wire here. Oh, I'm going to need 11 because I forgot 12. I'm going to need 2 more. It's okay, I brought 10 with me. I'm going to go ahead and connect this to here, make a couple wires, and we'll go from there. All right, so got connection all the way to here. So now I just need to continue on and start connecting each one of these individually. So I'm going to move the camera so you can see me do it, and I'll put it back on high speed. All right, in this step, what you're doing is you're going to put one end of the MC4 connector on. So I'm putting the female on first. And then once I get the connector on, I'm going to plug it into the positive cable coming off the solar panel. So then I'm plugging it in. Now I'm checking for length. Cut the wire. Go ahead, strip the end, put a connector on it. And then I'm going to go ahead and plug it into the other end of the cable. I'm going to repeat this for the negative, and then I'm going to open up my app and plug it in and make sure that I'm getting wattage, because these are used panels. I want to ensure they are functioning properly before I continue on. All right, here we go. All right. Moment of truth. We're bringing it a little closer so I'll show you what I did. Here. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish the connection like that. So what I had to do essentially is make a little small jumper piece because it just wasn't long enough from where I mounted it. And I'll have to continue that on with the rest of these 4 panels. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to check my app and see if I'm pulling any wattage. All right, it took me a minute to get this connected, but I'm reading 42 watts off this panel. So I'm actually pushing 42 watts into the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish wiring these. Then I'm going to get it all connected up. And now the sun is past vertical. So this is a 60 watt panel, but the sun's over there and I'm not tilted in that direction. So to still be getting 42 watts, and I just lost my connection. I think I might be too far away from the house for it to actually read. But anyway, that's not bad. So I know this panel's working. So when I make the jumpers, I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to connect these up one at a time, and then check the app and see make sure each panel is working as it should. All right, I'm going to stop the video and just finish wiring all this up, and then I'll record it at the end. All right, I'm only showing 175 watts of power, but my battery's at 13.7 volts. So I imagine that I'm probably producing more, but it has nowhere to go. So my next dilemma is to figure out what circuits I want to take off grid, because now I'm overproducing for the circuit that I'm on. So will be in an upcoming video. We'll talk about what I'm going to do there. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. I just added another 300 watts of solar. So I got a total of 600 watts worth of panels here, and we're going to keep growing. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and see how far I take this. All right, thanks for watching.